Poutini. Nope, nope. I'm setting up my stream now. You took too long. The title will update in time. Oh, it did update. Yay. Okay, my stream's up. Now I have to finish sending a text message. Oh, my audio's not transferring.
We call that society. I run my mouth off for every day. Never been shot in the fucking head.
What's up?
Right? But I've never seen a gun in my life. In my life at this point. And it's just, it's pointing at his dick. I've always found that weird. Oh, fucking gay. Is that why you're all circumcised? Oh, no, what have I done? And I'm terrified. I've never seen a gun before. And this is what I love about your country, right? Because I think there is one stereotype that is true for most of you, and it's the friendliness, right? There is that just sense of friendliness. There was another American man there. He was realistically as upset by this joke as this man. But he stood up for me, and he did so in the most American way possible. Proper big American, big beard, looked like he ate pancakes and shat freedom. Right, and he stood up and went, hey, you. Hey, little boy, bit condescending, little boy. Right, hey, I may not agree with what you're saying. Loved you in Home Alone. Thought that was spot on. Right. I may not agree with what you're saying, but this is America. This is the land of the free speech. So you keep telling your joke and you just ignore him. Because if he shoots you, I'll shoot him.
Wait, no! Okay, wait. I gotta do this.
Fuck it, we're going.
Not before? Like, if you're taking requests, before really works for me. Now, I will tell you the joke. Obviously, I've not learned any lessons. It was a very simple premise for a joke, as are all my jokes.
Oh, piss.
It was basically, you know, as a parent, now I'm not a parent, but I do like speaking on behalf of people, because I'm white, middle class, and male, and that's what my people do. I imagine Christmas morning as a parent's very difficult, especially if you have young children. It's Christmas morning at 7 a.m. They burst out of their rooms, they run downstairs, they're so happy, they're so filled with joy. It's Christmas Day. It's the most magical day of the year. To them, magic literally happened overnight. They wish for shit, shit's there. What the fuck? That's insane. I'm 7 years old, but I'm pretty sure that tree shits presents. But you as a parent, you know, the time, the money, the organization, the stress that's gone into making this moment so special. But when you see that smile on their stupid fucking face,
Bird. Oh, piss.
Get off me, dark.
Makes it all worth it. Then they look up at you with those big blue eyes that you hope resemble yours.
Gets the bird, gets the bird, gets the bird.
And who do they thank? Santa. Oh, thank you, Santa, for these presents. Mummy and Daddy, isn't Santa amazing? And as a parent not willing to shatter your child's imagination, you must have to stand there being like, yeah! Yeah, no, it works really hard. This is fuck. You know that disappointment that parents feel in that moment? That is exactly how doctors feel whenever you thank God. Mr. Darcy, we are delighted to announce that your cancer has gone into remission.
I'm safe and you flash.
Oh my God,
I can't save you any
this is
faster.
wonderful news. I know it's been a long, hard journey, but we got there in the end, and we all couldn't be happier for you. Oh, thank the Lord.
Frog, jump.
Bird.
What? No, sorry, it was just funny. I just couldn't see his name anywhere on this fucking chart. I can see my name right at the top there. Dr. Michael sat with you through 2.5 weeks of chemotherapy. You're welcome, by the way. Dr. Connors, her name's there. She spent 6 hours cutting a tumor out your fucking lung. I've got the names of all the nurses and all the radiologists here. All their names are on the list. Can't seem to find the Lord's name anywhere on it. I tell you what, maybe in my haste to give you the good news, maybe I skimmed past it. I'll have another look.
Raptors.
So weird, no gosh. He's but the Lord sent you. He certainly didn't chip in for that medical degree. In fact, if I remember correctly, you came to me, I diagnosed you, and then I specified the treatment. In fact, if I cast my memory even further back, he's the one that gave you cancer. Why? Maybe because you're an ungrateful cunt. 40 people gone. Now, I was not proud of that. Sorry, let me clarify. I was not proud of the reaction. I'm obviously proud of the joke. It's fucking excellent. I'm very talented. Not proud of the reaction, though. My job is not to offend people. It's not something I try to do, and it's not something I take any pleasure in when it happens. But it will happen. I'm a very opinionated person. Every opinion I have is not going to resonate with 100% of people that attend 100% of my audiences, which is why I make sure that I craft and tell my jokes in such a way that if you are offended by them, it's because you are wrong. But nonetheless, just because we believe that different things happen to us after we die doesn't mean we can't be kind to each other while we live. One of the first things my uncle ever taught me. So, after the show, I went out to see the people that had left, not to apologize. I had nothing to apologize for. I told a joke in a comedy club in the land of the free speech. I was fucking golden. But I wanted to try and humanize myself with these people, make them understand that it was just a joke. Yes, it was a bit personal, but it's just a joke. Big mistake. I walked out halfway through a man complaining about my set. What he said will stick with me till the day I die. This is his words. To a member of staff, not me. That boy is awful. That boy is disgusting. He's exactly what is wrong with his world, okay? No, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the first 2/3 of his stand-up routine. I thought the first 2/3 were great. First 2/3 of the show, by the way, bunch of pedophile jokes.
Read Ray-J. You know I don't know how to read.
Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? But then again, we all know how easily the Catholics can forgive pedophilia.
I never learned how to read.
I'm not already give you a book, you know how to read.
Awful. But then he did that blasphemy. That blasphemy, and blasphemy is never funny. You can make fun of the blacks, you can make fun of the queers, you can even make fun of the colored ones, but nobody makes fun of Jesus. I know. And he didn't appreciate when I then took the time out to explain to him that technically,
You're my only friend.
Jesus was one of the colored ones.
Can't believe I said that.
And that is not up for debate. We can argue about the existence of God all day long. We'll never know whether there is a God in heaven until it's too late for me. But if you're Christian, you believe that Jesus was born in Bethlehem. That's in the Middle East. Had he been white, that would have been the fucking miracle. He would have been the only white guy for 400 miles, and it would have blown people's minds. Oh, look, he's turning water into wine. He's a different color! Why is no one mentioning this? We live in the desert. The sun is always in the sky, yet somehow he's got the complexion of a fucking snowman.
Who's making fun of me because I'm short?
Lilith probably did it.
Whatever those are.
Fucking Lilith. Hey, let's just hang out over here. What's up, Flash?
Hey, you still
Because the
to
sad
me.
fact
Wait,
is,
hold on. I
Jesus
got
Christ,
you.
giant cow.
There
if
you go.
Jesus was alive today,
Oh my God,
he
I'll
would
be a
not
tiny
get
monkey.
through
Hold up.
American customs. You can be on as comfortable
even better.
as you
Tiny crab
want.
person.
It's still a fact.
Oh, yeah.
He'd get to TSA and then things would get a
Crab
little
people.
bit tense. Just one of the guards being like, come on through, sir. That's great. Just take your shoes off. Put them on. Thank you very much, sir. And you, ma'am, if you could just take your belt off, that'd be great. Thank you very much. And then,
Hey,
if you could just hold right there,
put
sir.
your bare penis in my
2
mouth.
seconds. David.
Quit putting. Oh, I'm bigger than you, bitch. Oh, get some.
David.
Get back here. I'm gonna put my crab penis in your mouth.
Oh, God.
She's like, no, I'm a cat now.
Yes,
God,
Beardy McSandals. Who else?
Crab chasing.
Who else would I be
Portal.
fucking
Click the
talking
portal.
about?
It's
And
a
then
portal.
Jesus would get there and they'd make him do this and he'd be like, oh, really, guys? We're doing this again? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm the son of God.
My boy Mudbutt's got my back.
To any religious people in the audience and at
All
home,
right, let's try it
I
again. What we
sincerely
got?
hope that you're aware that I'm just being a
Wait,
dick for the sake of being a
left.
dick. Right? They're just jokes in the end, and surely, my silly little comedy routine isn't enough to rock
Everybody eat your
your
food.
lifelong faith. Surely you're stronger than that. But I get it. Faith is a very personal thing. In fact, I don't get it. I don't have it.
yeah, I
I
forgot
get
to
jealous
drink a
sometimes.
flasky.
That's what
Oh,
I'll
there's
say to you.
food
If you're
too.
religious, anyway,
I don't have any
don't leave
flasks.
here sad. Don't leave here upset. Leave here smug.
I got one.
Leave here arrogant. Because if you're as truly faithful as you claim
Lord,
to
not
be,
you.
look on the bright side.
crap.
When you get to heaven, well, I'm not going to fucking be there.
Give me.
Like, isn't
Crab,
that
you
the
don't
ultimate
smart
revenge?
flex.
Because let's be honest, how pissed off are you going to be if you get to the gates of heaven and I'm just stood on the other side like, I know, he forgave me. What's he like?
Thank you.
What do you need? You need intellect or?
Also, do remember that I'm not
Yo,
intelligent. I
Moonberg,
just
you look
sound
fucking
it.
cool as shit right now.
It's the accent.
You look fucking sinister.
Not a smart person. I sound like my parents. My parents are very intelligent people, so I know how to talk like them, but with
Itty
none of
bitty
the
gnome.
facts. To back up. And my parents are huge geniuses. My mother has a PhD in microbiology and biochemistry,
Hell yeah.
and she's the only person trusted to be outsourced by the UN to travel around the world giving lectures on mercury emissions and greenhouse gases and about how we as a species can help reduce our carbon footprint on this planet. Right? Yeah, very impressive. She flies to all of those gigs, which is a little bit hypocritical.
Oh, here.
All right, my mouth. On you.
She loves the polar bears, but not as much as she loves air miles. My father is a computer programmer who currently has over 10 patents to his name, and he's the only person I know of that is banned from the British version of Robot Wars. Because he made a robot that was, and I quote, legally a weapon. Those are my parents. Just honestly, my parents. So two people I think we can all agree who had no right to ever get laid. They met, they fell in love, they got married, they consummated that marriage, and 3 months later, I was born. And
Raptors.
Swap.
well, my mum's had like 4 kids, and you can tell that she loves us all the same, but after the first 2, she kind of stopped giving a shit. Lost the magic. She'll always go on about how she was
Raptors,
blessed
guys,
with
the
me,
Raptors.
and she was gifted
Focus.
with my sister. Then she had my brother. And she'll always remember the day that she was diagnosed with the other one. We were all intentional, though. My mother has a very healthy outlook to contraception, which is good, because her sister is anti-abortion, which is a cruel nickname, but she's had 5.
18, 19.
All right, let's discuss that one. No,
Behind me,
let's
bird,
discuss
bird,
it.
bird's a word.
Some of you are clearly letting the subject matter of that
that
joke
frog
get in
joke?
the way of how
Oh, God.
expertly written it was. And that's not
Frog's
fair to
coming,
comedy.
Yep, it's already jumped once. There it comes.
When my mother was diagnosed with my youngest brother,
Watch out.
don't laugh, it's
Good,
serious,
get
she
knocked
still
down.
has him.
Tanks in a hex
She
ball.
went to one of those pregnancy classes, you know the pregnancy classes that women can go to practice
Plus she was no
overreacting.
healer for a second.
Thank you, Paku.
Oh, I love it. I love watching
Wait,
every
oh,
woman just go, ha, I'll fucking kill you.
I think I got you right, didn't I? Alright.
She went along with my dad, and there was an opportunity in the afternoon where the dads could get up and try the gas and air. The nitrous
still an add
oxide
up.
that women are given during labor. The reason the dads were given this opportunity is just in case during the labor, the wife takes it, she gets a bit spacey, and the dad doesn't freak out. So my dad, much to my mother's surprise, goes, I'll give it a go.
Word.
My dad's a massive nerd, never done drugs, like barely fucking drinks. He's like, I'll give it a go. He gets up, takes a couple of puffs, sits back down beside my mum. She's like, how do you feel? He's like, nice.
Did you get your second yet? No.
It's pretty, it's pretty good, that.
We're supposed to watch
And my mum leaned over, punched him in the dick, and went, still fucking hurts though, doesn't it? They're good people. Very liberal as well, my parents. It's not good having liberal parents and growing up. It's really not. Especially in your teenage years. Because you can't rebel
One step.
against, they love you no matter what. It's real fucking annoying. Going through my teenage years, I'm ready to stick it to the man, and my mum's just like, stick it to the person. It's just
Frog.
very annoying.
And
I remember
the
being
bird.
like 15. Right? I've just got all this stupid boy testosterone, fucking hate everything. Right? Just want to rebel. Go to my mum, be like, Mum, Dad, I'm gonna start drinking.
Oh, fuck.
And my mum's just there like,
I got Paku.
yeah,
Fuck,
You're 15.
down
this is Scotland. What are you? We were just wondering what was taking you so long, you fucking pussy. Like, I don't. Like, you've watched me drink your whole life. You think I'm going to be hypocritical and say you can't drink? Of course you can drink. All we would say is when you start drinking, do it upstairs with your friends just so we can keep an eye on you, because that's part of being an adult, is learning how to drink responsibly. But of course, go
I
ahead.
DC'd right in the middle of that, guys. Sorry.
What? Oh, no, good. That's exactly how I wanted this conversation to go, but I'm not done, because I've got more things, and I tell you what, Missy, you're going to be none too pleased. What else am I going to do? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to, you know what, screw science. I'm going to be a comedian. That's amazing.
How's this
That's a chance for you to combine that creativity and that passion that we know you have and turn it into something you love, and that's all we've ever wanted for you, is to do something that you love. How about this? How about for the first 3 years of your career, we even let you live with us rent-free and drive you to all of your gigs? What the fuck is happening? How am I ever going to be an artist if you keep supporting me?
Yeah, realistically, people should not be dropping to have help with the
All
app.
these other comedians,
You
their
can
parents are dead,
like,
or drunks, or
just
abusive. You guys have never tried to touch me.
If you're a class with a CC or a stun or any kind of speed boost, it should not touch you.
Fine, Leslie, you want the big guns? I don't want to
They
bring
don't
them out so
take
soon, but here they are. You
slows,
listening? You
basically what I
listening? Listening, bitch? Sorry, I didn't mean to call you bitch. You listening?
Not
I'm
Frostbolt.
gonna start
They take other
having
ones,
sex. Oh,
Like, I can stun them with chastise.
my mom's just there like,
I don't think they take it. They're just
You can slow them as long as they're
okay,
eat them.
you let us know how that goes. Martin, have you heard this shit? I know, with who? Oh, God. You should be a comedian. That's fucking excellent. That is real. Whoa. Do you know I was reading his diary the other day? Yeah, under the pillow. Good hiding place.
Thanks, coach.
Do you know that he calls his penis the Sloss Nest Monster? Yeah, because no one's ever seen it. Am I right? Oh, I know I'm right. Oh, I know I'm right.
Though.
Oh,
You can't keep people from dying with raptors.
you should be
than
more
our
intelligent
healers or
than
cheap
this.
hacks.
With
We
their
got nothing
intelligence
left
and
for
their
when we
upbringing,
actually
I
need
should
it,
have been the
so
guy that cured cancer.
Fucking data dumb.
I'm not.
Flash,
I'm the
I think I've said this
27-year-old
many
who
times
last
to you,
year put
but don't tell me
mouthwash
how to
on his
live my
penis.
life.
I will tell you how to live your life, or you will go sit in the timeout corner.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just gonna let that sink
Can
in.
you designate?
Much like I did at the time.
Okay, cool.
Just so you understand what level of
Yeah,
stupidity I am
here's
currently functioning
probably
at.
good. You stick your
I'll give you the
nose in
story, right?
bar.
I was in a nightclub, and I didn't do it there. I'm not a total weirdo.
Deploy to
Just,
raid bots, right? Yeah, right. Yeah. Air bots.
freshen your
Try to do
breath,
the
my
guild
lady.
chest.
None of that.
Let's prepare.
None of that.
Yeah, like I didn't realize what I was
And
doing.
I'm in this nightclub, and in this particular nightclub is a woman who's willing to fuck me. And women who are willing to fuck me, very rare creatures. A lot like
McTroll boy.
unicorns, you have to approach them very
I ain't
slowly,
your
very
buddy,
quietly,
guy.
have a net. And we get
Daylan, I've
chatting,
been
we
put
get
to the
flirting,
corner.
we
I'm
get
clicking not
drinking,
ready
and about
because-
2 hours later, she's like, so,
No, you're
what
allowed
do
out
I,
of the bar.
what do I have to say to get you into bed. And I was like,
Just say after me. I will
That.
not die to rappers.
I will die to rappers.
fucking nailed it. And what are you?
Like, you
I don't
Did you
die to
practice that in
rappers.
front of a mirror? That was
I
immaculate.
know you don't, which is why I wasn't
So we
specifically
go back to my place,
targeting you.
and we're about
just
to
reacted.
get down to the. Sorry.
On you.
I always find it weird talking about sex on stage, and not because I'm not crushing it, but just because I'm very aware that this is my face.
The moment.
It's not a good face for sex
Gaunt's
stories.
aspect goes
It's
down,
too young.
we go
Look at his
to
baby
Kevin,
face.
right?
27, not a fucking hair. And I can't grow facial hair. Oh, God knows I've tried.
Yes.
There's nothing.
All
Right.
right.
None. Apparently, when I hit puberty, all the hair in my body had a little bit of a meeting, a tactical meeting to work out how best to cover me. And the first guy who'd done it before was like, I reckon we start in the crotch.
Also, can we drop
start there,
another
just above his
trans-body
bits, and then we'll move down to his legs, maybe go up his chest, maybe we give him a little bit of snail trail. Maybe get onto his
Son of a
chest, make him
bitch.
Wolverine, maybe his back. We'll definitely get under his armpits. He needs hair under there for some reason that we're still not aware of, but then we'll get to his chin and under his nose. How does that sound? And then the second guy, and this was his first day, was like,
Right.
Let's go.
or just his ass. And the first guy was like, I'm listening. Just all of us. Are we gonna move out later on in his life? No. Let's make it look like Chewbacca's family portrait back there. I wanted to get to the stage that if he's ever on a plane and he fidgets, that he sews his own asshole shut. Is that something you reckon we can do as a unit? Ladies. I realized that because I've been in a nightclub for a couple of hours, because it was a hot, sweaty underground nightclub, and obviously I had been fucking throwing shapes
Swap.
Get hit by the ads.
in order to, if you're not laughing, it's because you're turned on.
God.
Doing that in order to seduce her, I realized that I was, no longer,
I'm doing my best to steal those speed bumps,
pristine
guys.
in the sloss nest.
Yeah,
So
it's fun when I see him.
Better. Dog
I
down.
decided to excuse myself to go to the bathroom to do the gentleman's wash that we all sometimes do just before sex, just in the sink, just to make it all fresh and make sure it's all, and right, fuck you to every guy that just bailed on me.
Bird.
You absolute full of shit liars, right? Every last man sitting beside your wives and girlfriends being like, I've got no idea what he's talking about. I know you've done it. I know every single man in this room has washed his dick in a sink. That is a fact. That is a fact. Lie to your partners. Do not lie to me. I know you. I
You guys
know
just got
you.
your shit
You've all got the
on.
same brain as I do,
Yeah,
right?
side of it.
One day you walked into
That was like an impromptu lemon party.
the bathroom and you saw the sink and you were like, why is it that height? That's why it's that height!
So that many people didn't get out of the way.
If it was only for your hands, it would be up here so you could see the dirt, but it's not, is it? It's in no man's land. Choose your own adventure. So I'm in there, and I'm sprucing the place up. I'm getting it guest ready. And I was drunk. I was very, very drunk. And my drunk brain saw the mouthwash and went, oh.
We either kill the
That
first guy
tastes
before the
way
bird,
better
or
than
just
soap.
don't kill him in the bird.
No, they were dead. The first guy was dead before we
And
hit
he
the
had
bird.
a
We were
point.
running to it.
Right?
We weren't
And the
under
smart
it
part
yet.
of my brain wasn't there to tell me I was being a fuckhead, right? The smart part of my brain was also drunk and sat in that meeting. He was just there being like, that is a fucking excellent idea. No, man, that chivalry is not dead. This is awesome. So having consulted both of my brain cells, we decided to go ahead with the endeavor. Now, I thought the best way to do it was I can't just free pour it. I'm not made of money. I thought the best way economically was to be like, to do like aftershave. Like, yeah, just like. Never know. If your girlfriend laughed at that joke, you're a lucky man. You are a lucky man. You buy her a car tomorrow. So I'm in there. I've done it. Now, there's only two things I had not really thought through. Only two. You'd be surprised to hear. Only two. The first one was the sensation. it was like Bernie and cold, like at the same time. I don't know if you've ever fucked a microwave during a blizzard, but it's unusual. The other thing that I'd not thought through, my tiny little man brain had not thought through, was that she was, you know, she was gonna notice. Because that's not what penises taste like. Like, she wasn't gonna get down there and be like, oh, yeah, no, a mint one, of course, yay! Oh, I love when this happens, yay! Num, 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 num. Oh, of course, in high school we're taught that 1 in 10 men have a minty dick. I thought that was just an expression, but here he is, Lord of the Mint Cock.
Did you say your knee?
She didn't say anything, no. She didn't bring, bless her cotton socks, didn't. She didn't say anything, but there was one point during the guys, you know, the
Hot Pockets.
Yeah.
the blow jizzle, where
Bathroom!
like 30 seconds in, she kind of just went.
I miss good TV.
Who doesn't?
It's better than the alternative. A penis-flavored penis. And I can see some of you want to make a...
If you had to suck a dick, would you rather suck a dick that was just basic clean or a dick that had used like mint-scented aftershave, or not mouthwash, to clean it? So like a penis-flavored penis or a mint penis-flavored penis?
Listen, if I'm gonna suck a dick, I want the whole experience.
So just a penis-flavored penis, not a mint
Yeah,
penis-flavored penis?
just fucking whoop the dick out.
Is
Let
it
me suck
clean?
it.
Yeah, they're both clean.
Oh, well, then just normal flavor.
I think I would rather have the mint-flavored penis.
But listen, I ain't got time for you to clean your penis all
I mean,
day.
if I'm going to have my tongue on someone's dick, I want it to at least have some sort of flavor.
Tell you what, what's your favorite flavor?
Apparently mint-flavored.
My girlfriend hates mint.
I don't know, I have a 32-pack of mint gum in
Is
my
it
car.
What's that
peppermint
frog
or
jump,
spearmint?
please?
Mint. Just
Ads.
Peppermint, not spearmint.
go kill a dinosaur, Flasher. Taunt.
How the hell am I supposed to kill a dinosaur?
Oh my god.
Oh.
There, smack.
Punchline there. There's not one. And that's because it's a true story. It's a painful, true story.
Smack it.
See some of the best comedians in the world, and they'll tell you these amazing true stories. And at the end of these true stories is a perfect punchline. It's a mixture of a callback and a pun.
We're gonna be
Perfectly
close,
ties the
guys.
whole joke together. Do you know how they come up with those punchlines? They fucking lie! And I would never do that to you.
Shit.
I think comedy comes from
Bird's the
truth.
word.
I don't like to embellish my jokes. I don't like to lie about my jokes. It's honest truth. I could be one of those comedians. I could be. Don't think I couldn't. I have the potential.
frog
I just
jump?
choose not to because I'm a real artist, okay? I could, but I won't. I could stand on this stage right now
not
and
Tom.
say, and that's why the ladies call me Dental Sloss. But I'm better than that. I'm better than that. And I will not lower myself for a cheap joke.
Alright, take
I think, no, I'm not a parent, so therefore all my opinions on
I've
parenthood
got a
are
raptor
null
on
and
me.
void. That being said, still got some.
sister out.
I don't think your job as a parent is to shelter your child from the world and stop them seeing. You can't stop someone
Thank you.
living their life in a certain way because you
Feelers,
don't
Mama's
agree
gonna take a fuck
with that.
ton
Your
of
job
damage.
isn't to stop that person, it's to explain to your child why you're against
I'm
that. And if
gonna
they don't
take a
believe you,
fuck.
tough shit. Right? You can't
Bird.
stop people living lives. One of the ones I hate most, this is a level of controversy and it happens every single fucking year. In the UK at least.
Bird.
You get X Factor over here.
Not good.
Like, yeah, the singing
there we
shite.
go. Good time.
It's a frog jump.
I don't watch the show, but fortunately I know what's going on because everyone on Facebook watches it.
Well-
And all the parents have the same controversy every year. And it goes, basically they'll have like a female guest singer on, like
That cat
Lady Gaga,
really
Rihanna,
seems to
Beyonce. And she'll go on and sing and dance. It'll be wonderful, so I'm told. And the next day there's a certain group of parents that react like this.
Yeah, but it's
Oh my
adorable,
God!
So that's good.
Did you see the X Factor?
Focus, Kimball.
No. Well, did you see Beyonce?
Grande.
No. Well, did you see what she was wearing? Yeah, no, I googled that. Yeah.
Oh, God. Yep,
She was
down.
scantily clad. It was disgusting. It fucking wasn't.
Frog jump.
But why do you care what she was
Fuck,
wearing?
fuck,
she was there to
fuck,
sing
fuck.
and dance, and as
Give me
far as I'm
Guardian
aware, she
Spirit.
did that to the best of her abilities.
Okay, we're
What
good,
does it
good.
matter what costume she's wearing? Well, she's a role model.
Bird.
She's a role model. I'm inclined to agree with you. Don't know too much about Miss Knowles, but from
that
what I'm
frog
told, she's a
jump?
singer-songwriter, entrepreneur. She was in a very successful band, Destiny Child. Then she went solo, went fucking astronomical. She married Jay-Z.
Take the
She's
cat
much
out.
more talented, much more famous than him now, right? She sings a lot of songs, and she's very famous, and she uses that fame and the money to not only give to
Kimball.
charity, but become ambassadors for said charities to help
Thank you.
raise awareness of all of them together. And she also sings very empowering songs for women and young
Remember, everybody, whenever we're on the bird from now on, you're gonna have to watch out for a lightning circle on the ground if I'm not dead.
I'm down.
Dead. We're both dead.
girls, letting them know that it's okay to be confident in your body image. In my books,
Better.
that's a pretty good role model. I think you've said it there.
We've
But
really
the
gotta,
children.
we really gotta watch out about taking a cat out of the group.
But what about the children? Well, the
me,
children.
'cause I was
The children are going to see
literally
her
standing still using
dressed in her sexy
so-
clothes, and then they're going to want to wear the sexy clothes. Don't
So if you see
buy
someone
them
with it,
the clothes
move
then.
away. 'Cause we can't always move.
Your 9-year-old doesn't have a job.
Yeah.
The only 9-year-olds I know
Basically.
with jobs are the ones
like, the
making
thing
the
is,
clothes.
The thing is, unless it is
Oh,
communicated
go make a
that
fucking
the person
difference
with
then.
The cat cannot move, we're going to assume the person with the cat is.
But even
going
it, right?
to
Let's live in your hypothetical world.
fast,
Let's say
like,
children
he
are wearing sexy clothes.
got
They're
targeted and
not.
was, like,
You're a
less than a
moron.
second later, I got found
But
out
let's
that
say
he
they are wearing the
wasn't
sexy clothes.
me.
Why do
Who
you
started
give
it,
a
but I got
shit?
found.
They are children.
just-
They express
just
themselves in
whoever it
weird,
was, just
unusual
we
ways.
need to
That
work on
what's what makes them pure.
getting the cat
They
out
wear
of the group.
sexy clothes. Let them wear. Who gives a shit? Why do you
I hate
care? Well,
cats.
well. Pedophiles. Where?
Burning Rush.
What do you mean pedophile? Well, people are going to see the children
Gotta go fast.
in the sexy clothes, and then they'll be tempted to be pedophiles. No. Right. The reason I don't fuck kids.
Be a warrior.
No, I agree. I should never have to explain this, but clearly I do for some reason. So allow me to make it crystal clear. The reason I do not fuck children
you want me to
is
pick up
because it's
either of these
wrong,
two? They're
disgusting,
cute.
immoral, and I don't want to. It's not their fashion choice. That is so far down the list of reasons why I don't fuck kids. You can dress a child however you want. I'm not going to suddenly change my mind, be like, wow, Dora has explored her sexuality. Oh, yeah, get in there, you sexy fuck.
Yeah, he just like me as a chief. I just said that.
No matter how you dress a child, I'm always going to be able to tell it's a child. Do you know how?
Let's get a
Because
portal
it's
down.
fucking
Yeah,
kid.
thank you.
Hey, can we cast?
Right? For the same reason that on Halloween, when a child turns up to my door dressed as
Dark Knight,
Batman, I
please.
don't go, holy fuck, it's Batman!
Yeah, what about the
And
red
then
hair?
kill both of his parents.
Yeah, I don't even care. Get my red hair in.
Just because you can make something look
mythic.
kind of similar to something else does not mean it's the same thing, and I will always be able to tell the difference, right? It's like vegan food. Oh, but it looks like chicken, but it tastes like buttholes. And not in a good way. I'm obviously not comparing pedophiles to vegans there. That was not the point of that routine. Because vegans are worse. Oh, of course they are. Of course. Look, at least pedophiles don't brag about being pedophiles. And I could take a pedophile to way more restaurants. I'll have to keep an eye on him. I didn't want to call the show dark. I don't consider my sense of humor to be that dark. I'm aware that it is. I've had enough complaints in my life. But it's just, this is,
We've all
you
been
know,
control.
this is what makes me laugh. And I know I get that from my parents and
Should
stuff.
you
Maybe it's the
up
fact
your,
that, you know, grew up in a
Hot rocks?
relatively normal but still slightly unusual household. I have 3 younger siblings. I've got 2 younger brothers, and then my sister Josie, she's not this height, she's in a wheelchair. You can be uncomfortable as that you want, doesn't change the fact that it's a fact. Josie has cerebral palsy. Now, I'm going to assume that most of us know what cerebral palsy is, right? For those of you that may not know, it's a disability that comes in a very wide spectrum of severity. You get some people with cerebral palsy who still lead very normal lives. They can walk and talk,
Did we
still very
send
happy.
that?
Josie's a bit more on the other side of the spectrum. She's 2 years younger than me. She can't walk. She can't talk. She's still a very happy, joyous young woman. She's arguably the happiest person I know. She's got a laugh that'll light up a room and a fart that'll clear a church. And people sometimes get uncomfortable when you talk about disability, right? And I know why that is because you've not experienced it every day, right? It's a bit unusual. But I cannot stand the fact that I have to tailor the way I talk, right? People say to you, disability is never funny, never funny. What the fuck are you talking about? Disability can be hysterical. You just have to make sure that you're on the right side of the laughter. If you're laughing at the disabled person, congratulations, you're a pile of shit. But if you're laughing with them, oh, what a joy. But to say disability is never funny, to me, that is dehumanizing. You are saying that these people are not capable of doing something which you yourself are capable of doing, and that's laughing at the situation you're in. Of course they're able to do that. They're human beings. The reason you say disability is never funny because it makes you uncomfortable, and you don't know how to deal with it. And instead of dealing with it rationally, you've nominated yourself to be offended on behalf of people who you think are weaker than you, so you've decided to stand up for them. And nobody asked you to do that.
Stop it.
Disability, my sister's disability has made me laugh so fucking hard sometimes in my life. And we're never laughing at her. Sometimes we are laughing at her. But she just sees us laughing and she joins in. Right? She's like, people tell me there's a language that you can't use. I say she's got special needs, right? That's what I was taught to say when she was born, special needs. Now, you cannot say she's got special needs.
Just waiting on flash in life.
I've met her. And I can assure you, she's got special needs. Dictionary definition, special needs. She's got needs that are very special, very unique to Josie.
So
those needs include needing to watch Pingu for 9 hours of the fucking day. You don't get that show over here, and you're so lucky. It's a shitty claymation penguin, and he's a fucking arsehole. Like, all he does is go wah, 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 and then fuck everyone's day up. He's the worst.
You good?
But she loves the show, so I have to watch it with her all the time. One of her other special needs is that whenever you're including Josie in conversation, and you want to get her to laugh, which I recommend you do, it's one of the best laughs, right? Just do the Pingu voice to her. Oh, she loses her mind. And to everyone else, well, to me and her, it's very fun, but to everyone else, it makes the condition look like it's hereditary or contagious. When I was 9 years old, Josie was 7, and we were driving up to the north of Scotland. Obviously, we weren't. My parents were. She can't change her own nappy, but she can change gear like a motherfucker. We're going up to the north of Scotland, and we were involved in a car accident. The front tire of my mum's car burst at 70 miles an hour, and we went straight into a ditch and flipped 3 times. My mum and dad turned around immediately to make sure me and Josie are okay. Now, at this point, Josie had never been in a car crash before, so she wasn't really sure how to react. And when Josie doesn't know how to react to something, what she does is she runs through her Rolodex of memories, finds a similar incident that she's experienced to this one, and then gauges her reaction off of the previous incident. 9 times out of 10, that works a treat. Except for this one. Because the closest thing that Josie's ever been to in a car crash before is a roller coaster.
Burn him, burn him, burn him.
And Betch loves roller coasters. So the car's just flipped 3 times. My mum and dad turned around immediately to make sure me and Josie are okay. And Josie's just there like,
Bird.
Who's aspect? Where's Kimball? Where's Kimball?
greatest day of her life so far.
Quick.
Best roller coaster she's ever been on. Like, 3 flips, no queue. Are you fucking kidding me? That's insane. That's unheard of, even with Fast Pass.
We're fucked.
She's ready to go again. She knows where the cameras is. She's gonna be like, yeah, she's loving it. Meanwhile, me, fully aware what's going on, crying my eyes out. Because I've just been woken up and this isn't Gran's house. So my dad gets out of the car and he picks me up. My mum gets out of the car. She can't get Josie's wheelchair out the back, so she just kind of has to scoop Josie up like the pile of wet towels that she is. Who are you being offended on behalf of? It's not you. It's not me. You're being offended on behalf of my sister. My sister. She didn't ask you to do that. I didn't ask you to do that, right? When you get offended or react like that to the way I talk about my sister, subconsciously, it's your way of letting me know that you think the way I talk about my sister comes from a malicious or angry or hateful place. You have no right to tell me how I feel about my sister. I'm very aware that I love her, so I'll describe her in any way I fucking please. Get off your high horse. Nobody asked you to be Batman. So, my mum scoops up Raggedy Ann and we walk up to the side of the road to get some help. Fortunately, a lovely man had been in a car behind us, and he'd seen this whole car crash taking place. So he starts sprinting down the road towards us to make sure we're all okay. Beautiful gesture. But imagine that from his perspective. He's just seen a car fly off the road at 70 miles an hour into a ditch. When he comes to check on the passengers, he sees my father holding me who's crying, while my mother cradles my sister's limp body, and he just goes, "No!" And my parents died laughing, right? And I'm losing their shit. My mother was laughing so hard she had to put my disabled sister down at the side of the road, like the most heartless mother that's ever existed, as she tries to explain to this poor man, like, no! She's always been like this. No, this was also the before photo. She's arguably the best person to be in a car crash with. She can't get more disabled. Who? Shut the fuck up. A couple of weeks after that car crash took place, it was a Sunday, the Lord's Day. And I remember it vividly because I was very excited for school for the first time ever on the Monday, because we were going to go on a class trip to Edinburgh Museum, newly opened Edinburgh Museum. And I was very excited because I was a horrible child. And I was ready to fuck this museum up. I was going to steal some shit. I was going to kick a dinosaur in the shin. It was going to be the best day of my whole goddamn life. I go to bed early. I want a full day's energy, right? Full night's rest. And about 2 hours into my sleep, my dad comes into my room, not to molest me. And he went, "Hey, buddy, just to let you know that Josie's just been rushed to hospital. So me and your mum need to go."
I just made...
Yeah, I used to work with David Rockefeller.
I've read this one before. Never mind. I call bullshit.
Want to make sure she's not fucking around. So grab your school bag, go stay with the neighbours, and don't be a dick. I'll see you tomorrow. Now, the reason my dad's being very casual about this is part of Josie's condition means that she's in and out of hospital quite regularly, right? She gets seizures, she gets fits, she gets epileptic fits. I'll be honest with you, sometimes, bit of an attention-seeking cow. She knew I was excited about the museum. She knew I needed my rest. Did she respect that? Did she fuck?
Can you?
She had to be all diva about it. So, she's off making it about her.
That's fine.
I go over the road to my neighbours. Now, my neighbours are used to this. This happens once a month. I knock at the door. They're like, "Oh, is she?" And I'm like, "Yeah, she is." And I go up and stay in the spare room. Next morning, I come downstairs, fully dressed, very excited for school. My neighbour is sat at the bottom of the stairs, and she's crying, which catches me immediately off guard because I'm 9 years old. The only grown woman I've ever seen cry before is my mother, and this didn't have anything to do with alcohol, so... But I'm 9 years old. I've not fully developed empathy yet. So I'm just like...
I forgot to say...
Can you make me toast? Is that so? I need toast because I'm going to go... And she sees me, and she's like, "Oh, Daniel, you should go home." And I'm like, "But toast." And she went, "Go home!" And I'm like, "Wow, you don't have a toaster." So I go across the road. Mum's always good for toast, and she works from home. My mum works for the UN, but her office is at home. And so I'm used to seeing her there. What I'm not used to seeing is what I'm suddenly confronted with when I walk into my living room. My mum's there, my dad's there, home from work. I've got aunts and uncles.
So, an audiobook. A professional audiobook just released for the... Man, I don't even want to describe it. Never mind.
I'm all across Scotland. And my grandparents down from the north. My other
Sure. A book about a dude who gets stuck in a full physical sensation virtual reality game in a gender-bent character and then spends 3 books having... unrequested sex with several non-human entities. Then he gets out of his female body and goes back to living a normal life with no psychological consequences of his actions.
What the hell are you reading?
I didn't say I've read that book.
Up things you said.
I did not say I've read that book. Or book series, actually.
So did you see? He does have a good point. If they all do that AOE when they die, don't kill them.
No, Josie.
I didn't realize that.
The AOE wasn't that much. It was...
And that was the moment that my mother told me that my sister died. Now,
that wasn't the issue.
Obviously, a very big part of my life if I'm being honest with you, I don't really remember too much of the day.
Are you ready?
According to my parents, I collapsed on the floor and I cried for about 5 minutes. And then after 5 minutes, I put myself back up, put my school bag on, and was like, oh, fucking museum's gonna be weird. And tried to go to school. And my parents had to be like, fucking no, dickhead. We're not gonna go to school today. We're gonna stay at home and cry for more than 5 minutes, you sociopath. Does that sound fun? Yeah, it does, Hitler. Yeah, it does. And I kept trying to leave the room, and not because I wanted to go to school necessarily, but just because I didn't want to be in that room anymore, because in that moment, I no longer recognized my family. And not just because of the gaping hole that my sister left, but just, I have a very funny family, a viciously funny family. I've been called a cunt since I was 5 years old. Right? That's just how my family works. If you love someone, you insult them over and over and over and over and over again until they hate themselves, and then they need you to love them more. Family. Right? And in this moment, none of them were being funny. My mother, one of the funniest people in the world, nothing, just distraught. My dad's so dry, so white, so sarcastic.
Yeah, I couldn't find the fucking thing to target.
I couldn't stand that thing.
There were too many dinosaurs.
Young and naive, I decided to try and assume the position. I tried telling jokes. Started doing impressions. Didn't really work. Tough crowd.
Are these immune to that?
This is a moment when my mother she looks back fondly on it a bit now, being like, and that's the moment
damage, so no, they're not immune.
That you were going to be a comedian.
Not entirely.
Which is lovely, but horseshit. My dad gets it much closer to the truth when he says, that's the moment I knew you were going to be a comedian, because even though your sister was dead, you still wanted to be the center of attention.
Don't kill him while he's under there.
There's still a bit of tension in this room. I'll only bask in it for a few more seconds.
Oh, yeah, dead.
All right, get him.
Taunting ears.
It's my favorite part of the whole show. Just a whole audience's butthole ceiling.
Ads.
Everyone's assholes in unison just going,
Get those raptors down, quick.
Just like, oh, and that's the moment my mother told me my sister died. What do we do? We laugh? Don't you fucking dare laugh. Don't you fucking dare laugh. I don't know what to do. Do I look at him? Don't look at him. He might cry. Okay, I'll look down. Don't look down. That's where she is. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh, God. Should I look up? Don't look up. She doesn't think she's there either. Oh, man. Can we leave? I can't. I physically swallowed the chair. If I stand up, it's all... Oh, man. Honestly, that guy from Indiana was right. The first 2/3 were great, and then it really just drops off towards the end there.
Taunting. Watch the frog.
Don't feel bad about your reactions. It's entirely justified. I manufactured and told that joke in such a way that you literally just found out that my sister died in that moment. I'm going to be honest with you. I've known for fucking ages. I'm 27, right? She died when I was 9 years old. That's 18 maths years. I've grieved, I've laughed, I've done everything in between. I like telling that story in that way because it's a bit of sadistic nostalgia, if I'm honest with you. I drop in that moment, you're like, and I'm like, I remember that. And it's also because that's better than the other reactions. I know it comes from a good place, but the sorries are just the fucking worst. My sister died. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm British. If you apologize to me, I'll apologize back. It is a reflex.
Get one, Dark. Get him.
Right, and the sorry, I know it comes from a good place, but it's not good. Now, if you've lost anyone in the past couple of years, you'll understand what I mean when you get bored of the sorries, right? And in the future, when you lose someone, which you all will, spoiler alert.
The death tank,
everyone you love will die
distraction. One day. Self-sacrificing. It's a very important position.
Oh, we have 5 healers, but one of them was dead the whole fight, huh?
What killed me? Let's see.
Yeah, it explains it. Okay.
Lacerating claws.
That's the cat, right?
That is, yeah, that's the debuff that the cat gives out. It's,
Yeah.
it's unavoidable to the person that gets targeted.
Did you say that's what lacerating claws is?
No, that's the Kimball debuff. No, lacerating claws is when Kimball's stacking tank debuff. It's just so fucking painful.
No. Lacerating claws is also apparently a debuff that the jumping cat.
Yeah, this one's from Kimball though. That's the normal attack that I take 2 stacks of. That's not unusual.
Kimball.
I mean, I just had...
No, the cat gives bleeding wound. That's a different thing.
I just have very little heals.
Damage taken by spell.
Alright, so...
Holy shit.
I guess Pallies are probably the strongest tank healer, yes?
Technically, monks are, I think, but they're very, very, very good.
Okay, so then let's have...
We got 2 good tank healers, so we shouldn't have tanks going down.
Well, what I'm saying is let's make sure that's where their focus is.
The monk was dead the whole fight, too.
Well, that's helpful.
By the way, speaking of bleeding wounds is actually doing the same amount of damage as fucking lacerating claws. And melee, make sure you guys know, Kimball's debuff is a cleave. Don't be in front of her.
And there's nothing you can do to prevent it, except for maybe die first. Stop yourself the pain and give them it. Fun, fun, fun. But when you inevitably get bored, of the sorries, here's the best way to get rid of it, right? You go, hey, sorry I've not been in touch recently, just my dad died a couple of weeks ago. Oh my God, I am so sorry. Why?
Oh, Vito says you're wrong, Mono.
What? I'm watching comedy. What'd you say?
I said Vito says you're wrong. He said the Pally would be a better choice.
It might be. I probably would be, considering the monk was dead the whole fight.
With Beacon and...
Yep. Paladins are great tank killers. The issue is the tanks are not stacked in this fight, so he can't use Holy Radiance. Mm-hmm. So he just completely removes Holy Radiance from the fight.
Healer, so...
We found the guy! They'll never fucking say it again.
And we don't take big thing high damage at the same intervals. The one that's tanking... Once Kimball's up, it's the person tanking Paku who's taking all the damage. The one on Kimball isn't taking anywhere near as much damage.
About my sister's death, apart from the obvious, dead thing, was I hated how much everyone else treated me differently, right? Something had changed and I needed everything else to say the same so I could process the difference, but that doesn't happen when someone dies. People start wrapping you in bubble wrap. They start being very sensitive.
I could literally make you a better shield than that right now.
Yeah, but I'm on Blade's Edge though, so... Yeah.
Changing how they treat you. I went back to school after 2 weeks. I was picked first in sports.
A plus Shroud.
I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, that's never happened. People would say sister around me and they go, as if I was gonna be like, I couldn't stand it. I hated it so much. And in that moment, I made a vow to myself that if I ever knew someone who lost someone close to them, that I would not change, that I would remain a constant in their life. And what that means is just being a dick the whole time. Yeah, it's very important. I call it being a wanker anchor.
If we don't get it down in the next one.
There's so much anger and death that just be the punching bag. Let them take it out on you, and it works a treat. A couple of years ago, my best friend, Jean, her dad died. Obviously, very sad.
I have faith in Dave.
But Jean and I have one of those relationships where what makes us laugh the hardest is saying the most awful things at the most inappropriate moments, normally while making this face. And just because her dad was dead didn't mean she was off the book. So, you've really got to time a dead dad joke. You've only really got one good shot at it. Right, you really got to nail it first time, otherwise it just gets a bit bullying. I nailed it, I really did. Next day, after Dad died, she went downstairs and she was making phone calls, funeral arrangements with her mother, and me and my other best friend, Kai, we were upstairs being very supportive and getting high. It's the only thing to do. And after about 45 minutes, Jean comes upstairs with red eyes. We've also got red eyes for different reasons.
Alright, then kill it.
And she sees us laughing, just giggling, and we were losing our shit. I can't remember why we were laughing. We were either laughing at a squirrel or the word squirrel.
So that's
I don't know if you've ever seen the word squirrel written down.
Wow.
I thought I was in the corner and then someone walked closer to me.
You didn't even have it, did you?
Me? No. I found like a little teeny tiny edge where I could be in the Paku circle and not in the hex circle, and then someone moved. And then I got hexed. And then it just went poof.
Guys, I think we forgot about that mechanic.
What mechanic?
Dalen told you guys about the hex.
I feel like there's a
This fight has me hopping mad.
There
Oh
it
my
is.
god.
Dalen, can you ever forgive me for that?
Oh my god.
Blonde.
Oh.
To be fair, though,
Frankly-
watching all those hexes go off was very riveting.
Say it again. You
What?
cut off.
All those hexes going off was very riveting.
It's definitely entertaining.
Did he die or something?
No, I think they're just sick of our crappiness.
Who? Oh, yeah,
Four plugs
that's
that left.
yeah, that's fine.
Hey, why are frogs so happy?
Because they have really big tongues.
Because they eat whatever bugs them.
Oh my god. Bad jokes, the bad jokes.
BRB, I'm gonna go kill myself.
Why didn't the frog park on the other side of the road?
Because they don't have cars!
Because he was afraid of getting towed.
Oh my god.
What did the frog say as he looked through the books at the library?
Don't know how to read!
Reddit.
You're making
Reddit,
them leave.
Reddit.
No, Bebop left.
You're making
Waiter.
everyone leave.
What kind of...
Whoa,
what
guys,
kind
anxiety finally left me.
What kind of shoes do frogs wear?
Crocs. Doc
Open-toed
Martens.
sandals.
Shut the fuck up.
What's a frog's favorite candy?
Wait.
Lollipops.
Wait. Damn you.
Lollipops. Here's a really easy one. What's a frog's favorite drink?
Vodka.
Coca-Cola. Why do frogs make so many mistakes?
Because they're fucking stupid.
Because they jump to the wrong conclusions.
Yeah, that's what I said.
What's a frog's favorite genre of music?
You guys can invite those people. I'm gonna go smoke part of a cigarette real quick. Let's get a couple more really good pulls in tonight, okay?
Hip-hop.
Let's get one more healer in here.
What do you get when you cross a snake and a frog? A jump rope. What do you get when you cross a frog and a bunny rabbit?
Fraggot.
A bunny ribbit.
God, are these like the worst dad jokes about frogs?
Yes.
No, they're the worst frog jokes about dad.
What does a frog order at McDonald's?
A McRib.
French
Yeah.
fries and a Diet Coke.
No, shut up. He orders a McRibbit.
That's a good one too. What jumps up and down in front of a car?
My little brother.
Frog lights. What happens when two frogs collide?
A frog lision.
They get tongue-tied.
I'm just making up words.
Alright, Etsy. Let's see what you got. Told you so. I don't really know what Etsy is. I've heard the
Etsy's a
word. though.
website.
No shit, Sherlock.
But it's a
Etsy's
very funny
website
word.
where people can sell things that they've made.
Sounds like eBay.
No, eBay
Because,
is where
like,
you can
there's
sell
an S-
things. Etsy is where you can sell things that you've made.
So Etsy is eBay, but they tried to make it a niche market to compete directly against eBay. But
That's
eBay
correct.
doesn't really use a niche market; they use a broad spectrum market. So Etsy probably succeeds, but they make considerably less money.
That's correct. Also, everything on Etsy is like $1 billion.
Yeah, this frog cup is $37 for a coffee cup that someone painted green and drew a black frog on.
Yeah.
It has 4 or 5-star ratings.
I don't
4
know how much
people
I could
bought
sell
that
my
crap.
kids for.
It's real
You
good.
can sell kids for about $85,000 if they're a girl and $30,000 if they're a boy.
85 if they're what? 30 if they're what?
A girl and 30 if they're a boy.
Damn, Flash, you can make over $100,000.
Only if they're under 10. Only if they're under 10. If they're
Flash,
over 10, the price goes down considerably.
I'll pretend to be your kid if you split the money with me.
I can do that. I mean,
You could probably get about 10 grand for him.
That's it? Jeez.
Well, I mean, they would really just use him for organs because they could sell each kidney's about 6,000. You can sell lungs for about 20,000. Livers are pretty expensive.
I don't need any of that shit, right?
Well, shit, I should definitely sell my kids because I lost an organ after I had my first one. So she fucking owes me.
She owes you a lot of money, yeah.
She does.
What you should do is you should put that as the first charge on her credit report.
What? She definitely owes me a vacation.
What are you gonna do if she asks you for a kidney?
No, my kidneys are fucked. I've already had kidney stones.
I don't.
She doesn't want my kidneys.
I've never had a kidney stone.
Well, I've had kidney stones, I've had gallstones, and I've had 2 babies.
What causes kidney stones? I don't know.
Sugar.
Considering how many people where I work have kidney stones on a daily basis, I feel like I should know this.
It's a calcium buildup.
Yeah, mine was from calcium because I took calcium pills.
Yeah, I'm lactose intolerant. I don't really drink much calcium.
I have issues eating things, so I took calcium to help with that, and then it gave me a kidney stone. So
I probably am more likely to get a calcium deficiency.
Oh, I drink tons of water, so it wasn't that. Mine was from taking calcium pills.
I drink, let's see. You know those really big $2 bottles of Snapple?
You keep cutting out.
Do you know those really big $2 bottles of Snapple? Bottles of Snapple? Fucking microphone.
Yeah.
There. Now it shouldn't cut out anywhere near as much. I turned my sensitivity way the fuck up.
Turnt.
I buy one of those $2 bottles of Snapple once every 6 months, and I drink 2 or 3 of those full of water every day.
Feast up.
I pee a lot.
I got one of those water bottles that are 24 ounces, and I'll fill it 2 to 5 times a day.
I should see how much is in this. Snapple.
I like water.
Walmart.
I drink coffee, and then I drink water.
Do you have Walmart in Canada?
Yes, we have Walmart.
No, they have Ice Mart.
Yeah.
What do you do at Walmart in Canada?
I buy juice boxes for my kids.
So this is 64 ounces. So I drink 2 to 3 of these a day, so that's a lot of water.
Yeah, my water bottles are 24.
McTroll Boy is fucking internet dead.
Oh,
and then there's a Q, and then there's a U, and then there's 2 R's. And those are all really near each other in the alphabet, so it's like a family reunion of a word. We were high. So we're sitting there giggling, and Jean comes upstairs, and she goes, "Oh, well, I'm clearly missing something."
Holy shit, that's loud.
Right,
Who
none
is
of you are
that?
better than me. You all thought of the same fucking joke.
Yes, that happens
Sitting
every
there
time I
being
walk
like,
in the room.
You all did.
That
I just
noise
had the
just
courage to do it.
It's like a princess.
I'm a comedian. You think I'm missing that open goal of a joke?
And I do a little twirl
She went,
too.
"Oh,
just
well,
so
I'm
everybody
clearly
knows.
missing something." Yeah,
Do a
a
little
father. Fucking
Twirl.
Oh, we can walk these bases. This is easy. This is so easy.
Why is my toothbrush on my desk?
You know you want to twirl with me.
And she laughed.
Absolutely do.
She did.
While very drunk. And
Very
fun.
much the laugh you all did of the oh no. But she needed to see that I was still there.
Oh,
right?
man.
The Daniel that she's grown up with. She's not this weird, sensitive one she's never met in her life. And I was sympathetic the whole day before, the whole day after. You just got to make those jokes every now and again. And I was a good friend later on that evening. Kai had gone to London to do some gigs, so it was just me and Jean. And we decided what was best way to deal with it was to get a bunch of...
You are not
about
healers.
3 bottles
Neither
of
one
wine,
of you are
order a bunch of
healers.
pizza, get shit-faced, and just cry and complain about how unfair death truly is. So I ordered the pizza. I decided to pay for it because...
There's a toothbrush on my desk. Right by my wallet.
Are you,
Guys, her dad's dead. It's what he would have wanted.
Oh my god.
Half an hour later, pizza comes to the door. I take the pizza, I pass it to Gene. I take the bottle of Coke, I pass it to Gene. I take the tub of ice cream, I pass it to Gene. I turn around, pay the guy, tip the guy, because I'm a fucking legend. And when I turn back around, Gene is suddenly furious. She's angry in her face. She's like, "You're an asshole." Now, I am. You're never going to hear me debate that at all. But at this point, I was unaware of how she had arrived at that conclusion.
We'll give it a few more minutes.
Like she hadn't shown her working.
Dalen, look at Facebook.
Like I was trying to, what have I done? It's not what I said earlier. We've laughed about that. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to work out what I've said that's absurd or done. Before I can answer, she holds up the bottle of Coke.
What about me?
And it says,
"I will friend you on Facebook." What message me your name?
Abort!
I'm easy to find.
There's a picture of me with a kilt on there.
Mine's my face.
Is there?
I think mine's my face.
I think mine's my face. Mine's not. Mine's flowers. Guess what? If you friend me, you can even see Jonathan. He's very handsome.
I don't actually add people. People like sometimes add me.
Did I add you or did you add me?
You definitely added me. I'm not entirely sure how to add friends on Facebook.
Fair enough.
I assume you go to a profile and find a button on the side.
I have like 60 friends because I only friend people I actually
Blanks who finds me.
Yeah, good luck.
I probably have like 200, but I don't know, maybe 85% of them.
See, everyone on my friends list I have met in person. Most of them are just my family.
A lot of mine are either family that I don't really know or people in WoW I don't talk to anymore.
What about it? What about this toothbrush?
I don't know why it's there.
Was it in your pocket?
No. I just looked to the left and there was a toothbrush there.
Were you using it to clean something?
No. I mean, it's used to clean my teeth after I take a shower.
It's probably your good luck toothbrush.
That's this one over here. Like, I've got a whole little blade here.
No, that's that one over there. You actually have one?
3
No, but like I've got a packet of toothbrushes.
That Tranquility is 3 of 9?
Yep.
Tranquility.
His main is 4/9 mythic though, so this is
and 8 out of 9 mythic on his main.
I mean, Mana, that looks like it belongs in that pack.
Get the monk.
The monk is.
It matches.
Look at my new monitors, Dalen.
Okay, hold on. We're still dealing with the toothbrushes here.
What about the toothbrush?
Wait, I want to be your friend.
The toothbrush came out of that pack.
Yeah, it did.
So, obviously, where did you just get the pack from?
Right here. It's in the little slot under the desk.
So, obviously, it did not like the other toothbrushes, and it crawled out.
Oh, fuck, you're right. That makes so much fucking sense.
The druid,
Are its bristles dirty? Was it working?
No, it looks to be untouched. And my cat is not in my room.
Bob's and
Bob the gnome.
Bob's and Vagine.
Yep, you got me.
There.
I want to be your friend.
What?
I have you on Instagram, but I don't have you on Facebook.
Hang on.
Oh.
So, okay, is there like an American Facebook and like a Canadian Facebook? Is it called Icebook?
No.
I'm Googling it. Icebook.
Oh my god, no! But maybe
because there's like 6,000 Ashley Snows.
Yeah, there's tons of them.
Icebook is a book on Amazon called Icebook.
Well, you have to look up what's my maiden name is Flint.
There are 5 of you.
There's only 5 of me?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I feel special now, actually.
This one's from Boise, Idaho.
No, none of these are her. There's more than that.
Share a Coke.
Did y'all invite that Druid
with
healer?
that.
405 Druid healer?
No, because it's only they're only 3 of 9. So they haven't done this fight.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has. 8 and 9 mythic on his mate.
Well, okay
I
then.
know, that's a lot of selfies.
He has done it.
Yeah, I can't find you. You'll have
Like
to.
a whole lot of
I like his name. Should have invited him.
His name is fucking.
Oh my god. What
Which is fucking. And before I can answer, she holds up the bottle of Coke.
no, I can find
And it says, share a Coke.
Alright, let's get both these healers in
with that. Which is fucking hysterical. Like, are you kidding me? Of all the days, of all the different names, and all the different bottles. This bottle this day, for a solid second, I believed in God. For a full second, I was like, oh, you sneaky bastard. I am crying with laughter. I'm on the floor. I'm dying harder than her dead dad. I am in... because that's such an awful coincidence. There's nothing you can do apart from laugh at how horrible that coincidence is. Jean's still not laughing.
Okay, well, you gotta show us pictures.
Yeah, I can't find you on here.
My shit's pretty, like, closed off.
Well, mine is too,
That's
but...
called a toilet seat. I made it funny.
Hold on, Ashley, I'll get you the thing. You'll just have to look me up. I'm probably much easier to find.
Hey, wait. Are you Ashley Snow? Went to McMinn Central High School?
Nope.
Damn it.
Winter is coming.
Good for winter, okay?
Alright. Wait a minute, I got an idea. Wait a minute, is Lilim's name Jon Snow?
Yes.
Let's try to look him up.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll find a couple of them.
Maybe one or two, right?
What the fuck?
What?
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 Yeah.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Who am I? I don't know. I don't even know how to be here right now. Who are you?
Hi, Gavin. How are you?
Yo, Gavin, what up, bro?
What's
We
up?
got more stoners in the guild.
Hey.
Stoners.
Hey,
Those
what's up, bro?
rookie things. You gotta go and push those up.
No, hold up.
Hey, nah. Gotta go down.
Down. You don't need downers. You need uppers. Let's go.
Yes.
No. No go.
Foodred's like, look, I am man.
Everybody, take your tourniquet. Let's go. You don't need no nurse. Now you're a man. The man. Meow.
I feel like I'm missing something and I'm very confused.
Why am I tiny?
Oh, I'm having so much fun.
Oh, shit.
Okay, nice to meet y'all.
Hey, you're a cool guy.
What the fuck was that?
I have no idea.
I'm a tiny monkey.
That was Gavin.
Obviously.
You might be okay with this?
I'm a tiny monkey. I'm a tiny raid boss.
I guess we'll just wait on this tranquil and kick troll.
Tranquility. Say it all the way out. It's the best druid name I've heard in years.
It is.
Reshape me. Who am I? Am I fucking...
I don't know. Who are
Am
you?
I from Naxxramas?
Motherfucking mono.
What about the fucking mono?
I'm now a human chick. Because sure.
No, you're.
What if this aggroes? No, it does not.
No, that bitch doesn't aggro at all. Like, look, watch.
my god. So many hunters.
So, yeah. That was Gavin.
I'm the boss now.
I used to raid with him back in Wrath of the Lich King. I gave him the Discord link. Told him to bomb the raid while we were doing nothing.
I see.
So, another healer so I can go DPS, or what's up?
Zorthaus it isn't showing anything.
Alright.
That's kind of what we got right now, though.
Dun, 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 dun,
I don't know how well it's gonna go.
Dun na 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 na. Dun na 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 na.
Okay, Flash, what city do you live in?
I don't have it listed.
Here's an Ashley Snow from Canada.
Link.
Are you 74 years old?
No. I mean, I really do hope I don't live that long.
Bum 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 bum.
Maybe Robert will feed you.
Bum 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 bum.
Such a babies. Now I got both of them.
Aww.
They want to eat. They're pretty sure that I'm trying to starve them.
Alright, what's your picture look like?
Are you still trying to find me on Facebook?
After all this time, she's not going to have a Facebook, and it's going to be fun.
That's what I'm fucking thinking,
No,
bro.
I do.
What's your picture look like?
It's teeny. It's flowers.
That is so lame.
I know. I never proclaimed to be interesting.
I found you.
You've been found.
I don't believe you.
So, Flash, at your leisure, go ahead and check your Facebook.
Oh God. God damn it. Shit. Oh God. Damn it, I'm sad now.
Yo, Life, are you Texas or where are you?
I am in Texas.
Oh boy.
Edinburgh?
Edinburgh!
Josh is trying to find everyone on Facebook.
Oh my God.
Isn't Edinburgh in Scotland?
That's
It
Edinburgh.
is.
Okay, it's different then.
There is an Edinburgh in Scotland.
I don't trust people that don't have their face as their profile picture.
Yeah, they're probably catfishing you, man.
Alright, go ahead and go back to DPS.
So, Flash, I noticed that I have this friend request sent, but not accepted.
Oh really? That sounds real depressing.
It is. It is. I'm thinking about coming to. Wait, actually, hold up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm tiny.
Hey, look, it's Kevin Hart.
Yo, bitch, you ain't got nothing listed. What the fuck?
I know I don't. Which is why I don't know how you found me.
All your pictures look like stock photos.
Well, they are. I Google shit I like. I have other photos. They're just hidden.
My name is Ashley. I like stock photos.
Yeah. I have everything set to private. It's not my fault.
Yeah, sounds like they're catfishing you, dude.
Did you see my husband? I have him linked. He's pretty cute. Just saying. You could go be his friend.
I think I might call you on Facebook.
Wait, you can call
Why
me?
have you not added me yet? I'm a little
Me? I
upset.
can't find you.
Bull.
I typed in the name Dalen provided with me and immediately found her. I don't want to hear any more excuses.
Yeah, which are you using, my maiden name or my married name?
Your married name.
Oh, that would be the problem.
See, I don't know how to spell your maiden name, okay?
That's okay, most people don't.
You have to type it to me.
I just did.
Like, I couldn't find it.
Huh.
Wait, how does Josh know your maiden name?
I typed it to him.
Oh, okay.
That's because Dalen trusts me. Because we're friends.
I mean, you scare me.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe on Facebook, friends.
Ooh.
There, fine. Happy, Josh?
No, I've never been happy.
No. Oh, God. It's a good thing I don't have Facebook Messenger on my phone, because I could see you being really annoying.
You don't need Facebook Messenger to receive messages from Facebook.
You don't? Oh, God damn it.
Nope.
Alright, Hug. He's here. Let's drop a feast.
But
Let's
McTroll
get it
Boy.
roasted. Good.
Poor
I mean, I
McTroll
can't
Boy.
access it on the Facebook app on my phone, so.
Everybody eat. Everybody eat.
And I'm confused because this is exactly what we laugh at. So I'm replaying what have I done wrong?
Mono has it on 10-hour loop.
Does that exist?
I guarantee you it does. Every song has that.
Smash Mouth, I'm a believer loop.
Fucking Uncle Fucker from South Park.
Yeah, yeah.
Loop.
I usually listen to Ocean Man, 10-hour loop. Recommend.
I know every word to Uncle Fucker, and I don't even need to hear the song to sing it.
Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker!
Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker.
You're a bona fide big fucking Uncle Fucker!
Here we go.
We're going. Cease fire.
4,
Cease the fire.
3, 2, 1.
Put that on loop for the next hour.
Oh, why is this? Then I realized she didn't say, oh my God, look at this horrible coincidence. She said, you are an asshole. That is an accusation.
I'm pretty used to it with Grease, so I just tune that
She
shit
thinks
out.
I set that up.
I turned the sensitivity down.
That's how much of a piece of shit she thinks I am. That I scheduled. Here's what Gene thinks happened. Yeah, Domino's.
Watch out for that frog jump.
Yeah, just like to order some pizza. My friend's dad just died, so, you know. Pizza. Is there like a discount code you offer?
Watch out for the
Hashtag
bads.
dead dad?
Taunting.
50% off, that makes sense. Can I get an extra large Hawaiian with no
Watch them
pineapple?
Raptors. Crazy.
All
I
right.
want to eat your face.
Bottle of Coke
How'd you
and
get
some ice
it?
cream.
How'd your
Yeah,
wife?
yeah. Anything else?
Wow,
Your face.
I'm disappointed.
Do you have anything with dad written on it? Yeah, her dad just died, so I really want to fucking ram it home for no apparent reason.
Bird's the word.
Yeah, you got bottle of Coke, that's great. She's not that observant though. Any chance she could spell it out with ham on top of the pizza? Yeah, in fact, I got a better idea.
There she is
If I
behind us.
email you a picture off his face.
Swap day.
Can you make it and cheese on top of the pizza? Yes! And don't burn it, it's being cremated tomorrow. That would be in poor taste. Laughter is not the opposite of sadness. Happiness is the opposite of sadness, right? Laughter is a reaction. It's free to exist in both. If your way of dealing with sadness is to grieve and to cry and do whatnot, congratulations, I'm glad that works for you. It doesn't work for me. When I cry when I'm sad, I just feel shit. It makes me spiral. I don't feel any better. Laughter is what brings me out. It makes me much, much happier. And I've often found the hardest times you'll laugh has been when you've pulled from the other side of sadness. And I'll leave you with this final example.
He definitely did.
A couple of years after Josie died, I was about 13 years old, and on the anniversary of my sister's death every year, obviously it becomes a very sad time in our house, just as we all remember this life that was taken away far too young. And I go upstairs to check on my mum to see how she's doing. And, you know, she's doing how you'd expect. She's in her room, surrounded by flowers and cards, and she's just crying. Just crying as hard as a mother who's lost a child can cry. I don't know what to do.
Oh, fuck.
I'm 13.
Spaced out.
I don't have the emotional maturity to deal with that. I don't have the emotional maturity now to deal with that.
I didn't die.
I've got no idea what to do. So I do the British thing. I'm like, I'll make her a cup of tea.
That, by the way, Mono.
I'll just make.
What'd you say?
Just keep the cooldown to save you.
Good. That's what you're supposed to do.
It was my Leon hand. Don't worry.
Ads.
A cup of tea and I'll hug her. That might make her feel better. And just as I was to leave the room, I turned around to check on her again, and I realised in that moment that my mother is crying, but with laughter.
I'll
and just
save you,
really bad tears streaming down her face, and I'm just like, ah, fuck, she's gone insane. Oh God, I'm gonna have to get her put in a home. I'm 13, I can't afford a home. Getting her put down is gonna be cheaper. And if I'm gonna get her put down, I'm not gonna let some strange doctor do it. I'll do it.
Oh my God! Why
She brought me into the world. I'll take her out of it. That's the deal that we made that she's not aware of. And if I'm gonna kill my mum, I'm not gonna smother her. She's got good upper body strength. I feel best way to do it is like an old farm dog. You know, when they're just on their last legs.
Lil, that wasn't the best decision, man.
Take her down the beach to her favourite spot. Take her home, big glass of wine, steak dinner. What's all this about?
I'm gonna unfriend you.
All right, let's get Kimball down. Burn him, please. Now is a good time. Now we got raptors.
Kimball is dead. I'm taking Paku. You get the next one.
Kunda, got him.
Oh, shitty titty.
I walked into the fucking frog.
Oh, my ass just got a dick in it. Unwelcome dick.
Fun.
Unwelcome.
An unwelcome dick. Okay.
Yeah. Like, doing it doggy, and they didn't even ask permission. Just right in. All in one push, too. It was not pleasant.
I love how you're so descriptive. It puts me right in the moment and makes me gag.
That wasn't even very descriptive. I didn't describe the sensations at all, just the base action.
Oh boy.
Alright, let's give it one more good one, guys.
I didn't use the word moist one time.
Oh
well, there you go with it, so.
Can you not?
The moist inner ring of the anus.
Oh,
stop!
No.
You're an asshole, Mono.
Asshole talking about his asshole. Oh. I need an adult.
I'm an adult.
I'm not sure you count.
I need an adult to your adult.
Exactly.
With the transmog guy thing, the
Alright, last feast. Make it count.
Fucking slow. Run faster. It doesn't work. Damn it.
Like she needs a res.
What?
Thank you, Karina. You're my only friend.
Oh man. Hungry. Need to cook some dinner.
Speaking of hungry.
Making spaghetti.
Yeah, food.
Spaghetti. Bree, did you get my friend request?
No. I rejected it. I'm sorry. I also unfriended Langshu.
Probably a good idea. Ooh, dudes in kilts playing drums. Hell yeah.
Dalen, I need you to know that when you said that, I immediately alt-tabbed because I expected it to be true.
Aww.
I'm not that mean.
She is
You
that
made him
mean.
sad.
No, I'm not that mean.
Please, the very first action they did in the D&D group was capture and enslave something after torturing it to death and letting it sit in its own filth and shit for hours while they force-marched it through the forest. That is not the actions of kind people. Yeah, y'all didn't think about it from that perspective, did you?
What?
I'm listening to this thing that Bree posted. I like it.
Oh, that's your name. I always forget what your name is.
What, mine?
No, Dalen's.
What my name is?
Yeah, I always forget it.
Bree.
Well, I'm aware of that now.
Get that.
I don't remember it.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
I am so offended. We've been tanking together for how long now?
Triggered.
I don't know.
Totally.
A little while.
Totally.
Disappointing.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna mute myself now.
That makes sense. That's a good decision. You know what a shit movie is? Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Fuck you. That movie's great.
It's pretty informative,
I
no?
haven't even heard of it.
You've never... Whoa.
Take her outside, just let her watch the sunset, and just when it's just going over. It must be the day of her life.
Movie Evolution.
Okay, bitch, you can wait.
I think she agrees.
Go out and find a new mum that looks slightly similar
Alright,
before my dad gets
everybody's ready.
home. For the life of me, I cannot work out why my mother is laughing so hard. I'm like, what's so funny? Right? And she's laughing too hard. I'm like, what's so funny? And she just thrusts
I'm not ready.
this bouquet of flowers into my hands. And I'm like,
Don't be scared. I got this.
Flowers.
It's all easy. Nice and smooth. Easy and calm.
To my darling Jennifer.
No, so panic, right?
I love you with all of my heart.
Not in the least.
These past 4 years have been the best of my life. Here's to the rest of our lives together. Yours forever, Michael.
Not sure that's gonna help.
Hey, I didn't get most.
I don't think these are for us. And just between our laughs, my mum finally manages to say no. But can you imagine what was written on the card that Jennifer got? Ladies and gentlemen, you're a pleasure. I've been Darius Lost. Thank you very much.
Damn bitches.
Not old booty.
I said no.
I said no, you're not allowed to be dead.
Bird. I'm not talking to you.
Swap.
Oh god, you're just like my kids.
Swap and give me the bird. Oh, fuck.
I'll give you bird.
Bird's the word. Bird's the word.
Stay out of the froggy.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Stay out
please
of the
welcome to the
froggy.
stage Mr. Daniel
I saw that, Moon.
Kill a donk. Kill a donk. Alright. Taking Paku.
Where's the other one at? I don't see him. Oh, there he is. Everything is going to shit, Dalen. Half the raid's already down.
I'm just going to start off the show not with a joke, but with a question that I'd like you to answer honestly, please, by raising up your hands. Who here thinks they are a good person?
Watch for the bird. Big froggy jump
That
in.
is terrifyingly low.
Bird, stay away from the frog.
Germany put up more hands than you did. Just so you're aware of your current standing. I was in Berlin and they were like, we didn't do it. I wasn't there. I don't give a shit. I'm not sure if I'm a good person. I'd like to be, but being a cunt's fun. Like, you ever met those fucking weirdos that are like, is there any better feeling than just doing a random act of kindness for a stranger and knowing that you've made their whole day?
Time is the way to go.
I think from now on, we need to make death emotes. Rit, give us your death emote.
And who is in charge of these death emotes exactly?
Langjin.
Do the yes. Okay. I will be taking auditions.
Audition?
Please send me an MP3 file of your best death emote. I will be putting up a portal to the Dalaran Broken Isles.
Not .wav. This is not 1996.
Wait, it's not?
No.
Yeah, we're done. We're done.
Oh.
I'm gonna save it here, guys. This is where we'll pick up Tuesday. See what we can do on Tuesday when we have the full raid group.
Okay, so we're gonna extend the lock.
Yep.
Yeah, looks like we've been stuck on this for a while, so we just need to grind this shit out with a full raid.
Exactly, and the first 4 are easy street for us for the most part, so it's a waste for us to sit here and continue to spend a whole day doing the first 4 when we can maybe get through the next 2 or 3, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think everybody's geared up by this point, and like, we just need to grind this shit out.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm a proponent of extending from week 1, so...
I put it to a vote last Tuesday, and everybody but one voted for yes to extend it. So.
I voted yes.
I'm gonna put some shit.
Yes, Langshu, you were one of the cool kids. Congratulations.
Hey, Daylon.
What?
I just flooded the guild bank with useless shit you don't really want in there.
Oh, why? Porque why?
Why would you do that?
Because I'm
he
evil.
Doesn't like me. So disrespectful.
I wonder if I can deposit it in your private tab. I can deposit it in your private
tab. Who organized the guild bank? Because I don't think it was.
Are you talking to me?
Well, here's the thing. I don't need 700 of these foods. So
they go in the lower food tab.
Oh, I know. I put them everywhere but that tab.
There's a reason why I gave you rights, man. Just saying.
But I did put Enchant Weapon Guild Force Striking in the food tab.
Oh God.
Hey.
I got my death emote.
What is it?
Ooh,
Let's hear it. Let's hear
it. Is that are you holding in a fart or a laugh?
I'm trying not to laugh.
Hey, some of you are cool. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Yeah, fuck off.
I'm scared. He's on my Facebook. It scares.
What the fuck is an echo of Razan?
I don't know. I don't even know what to do with the Breath of Baswamdes. Why are you asking me?
Oh, you turn those into crafting mats that you want.
So, who is left in here?
A couple people.
Lots of people.
I should turn my stream off.